Hey buddies, welcome back. I'm back out on the river today. I had plans to take the dredge up to that gravel bar we found a couple weeks ago. Evidently, Mother Nature decided against that. We've had rain since then. The river is up some. It's not flood stage at all, but it's covered that gravel bar. So we're back out. We need to find something to do today. We are either going to clean some crevices or we're going to go up in this creek here and see if we can find something in there. So join me, have a little fun out on the river today. All right, so I figured my first stop today would be up here in this creek. This is a creek. I don't know if you can, I'll turn around here. You see the river's right behind me. So this creek feeds directly into the river. We find gold in here sometimes. It's not super common, but I have found a little bit back in here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start today by sampling. There's some of these edges. You can see this is the bedrock shelf that comes right up here. And this is where it starts to break off on this line right here. And there's some material buildup right here on these edges. Not sure how well you can see that. There's material right there. So I'm going to try to dig out some of those, test that. If it looks okay, I'll bring the dredge up in here and try to clean those areas out. There's some bigger rock and then smaller rock behind there. I really want to try out the dredge. I might use it tomorrow also, but you got to get it started sometime. Give it a test, set it up, see how it works. So I think that's going to be the plan for today. All right, well, the creek was a bust. I did 3 pans of that material. It was all light stuff. It all washed off easy, almost no black sand. With that being the ticket, we're going to come down here back to this area where we have the grass sections where we clean out the roots of the grass. So let's dig some of that, work some of that material, and I have a higher confidence there's gold in that as opposed to just killing our time in the creek. So let's clean out some more crevices. Okay, so I'm back down here to the crevices. I've been working on them for a while. This is the area that I've cleaned before, this crevice right here. And then I've moved over to this area right close to the river, right next to the river. I've been cleaning this out, this crevice right here. And I get over to here, and there was grass all the way up to this point here and around. And I peeled this back, and let's get in here and give you guys a look. This underneath here, I'm not sure if this is going to be any good, but man, this is all sand. Most of the time it's like clay or silt that we're finding down in there, but this is sand. So we'll finish cleaning this out, and any luck, maybe it's holding something better down in here. I think before I get going too deep into this, I think I'm going to run a sample. I'm going to run a sample pan just to see how light that sand is. Now, I haven't panned it back completely, but I wanted to show you what's in there. A lot of broken up bedrock, some quartz in there, but I don't know if you can see it in there. There's a lot of black sand. A lot of black sand. So that's good news. A lot of heavies in there. All right, let's pan this back. Okay, there was no gold in that pan, but there was a lot of heavies, a lot of black sand. So at least it's promising. I don't know, could it be that the gold is being trapped in the roots and it's not getting all the way down to the sand? I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think it's possible that the roots are trapping all the gold and it's not getting to the sand? Okay, here is the gold out of that one area, that bucket. There's actually about 20 or so pieces in there. There's actually about 20 or so pieces in there, microfine pieces. So, a lot of work, a little bit of gold. Any gold is good gold, right? We'll take it. Add it to the bottle. I already found decent gold in the upper section of this crevice with the grass and the roots in it. And as I was cleaning that out, these are the items that I found, the heavies that were in there as I classified it. There is a dime. That's a dime. 2 fishing weights, and then a bullet, a mushroom bullet. So anyway, I have high hopes for this bucket. The material's in that green bucket there. We're going to take it out in the middle of the river here and pan it back. All right, let's pull this back real quick. Oh man, look at all that black sand. Ton of black sand, and there's the lead. Oh my, oh my, a lot of lead. I think I see a piece of gold up there. I'm not sure if you can see it. Right, yep, right up there, right at the tip of my finger. Piece of gold right there. Good little piece. Okay, now that in that crevice, now that I hit the spot where I'm finding the lead, I know I'm gonna have to take this stuff home and classify it. So to get the shotgun pellets out of it. Yeah. Okay, here's that pan. Let me zoom in a little bit. Keeping that underwater so you can see it a little better. There's a couple good pieces of gold in there. Not too shabby for cleaning out the rest of that crevice. Evidently it does help to go a little deeper. Anyway, like I said, I'm gonna take this home and then classify it to -40 and then pan it back there. Hopefully there's more gold in there, but with all that lead, it's hard to pan it back. Okay, so here we are a couple days later. These are the concentrates that I came home with that I'm gonna pan out after I'm gonna classify them to -40. And it looks like the stuff is still a little damp. So I'm going to go ahead and wet classify it in here. That should be enough water there. Yeah. Hopefully you can see that. It looks like most all the material was -40. minus 40 mesh. And what we're left with is the lead. Of course, we will go ahead and pan that out. So here's the final bit. You can see there's, I don't know, 25 or so little specks of gold in there. A couple nice little pieces over there on the left. This is normally what we would see, you know, what we would expect to see in this area. So nice, enjoyable day, hitting some new areas and checking out some options. So never learn unless you try, right? All right, buddies, thanks again for joining me. We had an enjoyable day out on the river the other day. This is a couple days later, of course, but just sampling some other areas. So you constantly have to be checking areas, checking new areas, checking where you're already working, just to see if things change any. So thanks again for joining me. We had a lot of fun, got a little bit of gold, but the most important thing we got was learning a lesson. Learning where gold is, checking out new areas. So join me again next time. We'll have more fun out on the river. Thanks again, and heavy pans.